Coffee, it's the world's favorite morning ritual. According to the International Coffee Organization, more than 2.25 billion cups of coffee are consumed globally each day. But what if I told you that a few common mistakes could turn your daily cup of joy into a dangerous habit? Yes, certain coffee blunders could be putting your health at serious risk, and most people have no idea. Today, we're revealing 13 fatal coffee mistakes that you need to avoid at all costs. Some of these may shock you. 1. Drinking excessive amounts of coffee. Moderate coffee consumption, up to 3 to 4 cups per day, has been associated with various health benefits, including improved cognitive function and a lower risk of certain diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. However, drinking too much coffee can lead to serious health risks. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, advises limiting caffeine intake to 400 milligrams per day, which is about 4 8-ounce cups of coffee. Excessive caffeine intake can cause symptoms like restlessness, rapid heartbeat, tremors, and even life-threatening conditions such as heart palpitations and seizures. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming more than 6 cups of coffee per day increased the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 22%. 2. Ignoring underlying health conditions. For people with pre-existing health conditions like heart disease, hypertension, or anxiety disorders, drinking coffee can exacerbate symptoms. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system, increasing heart rate and blood pressure, which can be dangerous for those with cardiovascular issues. According to the American Heart Association, caffeine can raise blood pressure for up to 3 hours after consumption. If you suffer from hypertension or heart disease, consult your doctor before making coffee a part of your daily routine. 3. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Many people reach for a cup of coffee first thing in the morning, but drinking it on an empty stomach can lead to digestive problems. Coffee is highly acidic, with a pH level around 5, and can irritate the stomach lining, potentially causing heartburn, acid reflux, or gastritis. A study in the journal Gut highlighted that coffee consumption is linked to an increased risk of gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD. To avoid these issues, it's best to drink coffee with or after a meal. 4. Using unfiltered coffee. Unfiltered coffee, such as French press or espresso, contains higher levels of diterpenes, specifically caffeine and coeol, which have been shown to increase LDL, bad cholesterol levels. According to a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, regular consumption of unfiltered coffee can raise cholesterol levels by 8%. Elevated cholesterol is a risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular conditions. Using paper filters when brewing coffee can reduce these harmful compounds. 5. Adding too much sugar. One of the biggest mistakes coffee drinkers make is adding too much sugar. While a spoonful may seem harmless, consuming large amounts of sugar can lead to serious health problems over time. The American Heart Association recommends a maximum of 25 grams of added sugar per day for women and 36 grams for men. However, many flavored coffee drinks, especially those from cafes, contain much more. Excess sugar intake has been linked to obesity, diabetes, and increased risk of heart disease. Opt for natural sweeteners like stevia or honey to reduce the risk. 6. Overuse of creamers and high-fat additives. Many people add heavy creamers, whipped cream, or butter to their coffee to enhance the flavor. While these ingredients may make your coffee taste delicious, they significantly increase the calorie and fat content, which can lead to weight gain and cardiovascular issues. For instance, a tablespoon of heavy cream contains about 52 calories and 5.4 grams of fat. Drinking multiple cups of coffee with these additives daily can increase your risk of obesity and related complications like high cholesterol and heart disease. Opt for low-fat or non-dairy alternatives to keep your coffee heart healthy. 7. Consuming energy drinks with coffee. Energy drinks contain high amounts of caffeine and other stimulants, such as taurine and guarana. Mixing coffee with energy drinks can lead to a dangerous overdose of caffeine, increasing the risk of heart palpitations, high blood pressure, and even sudden cardiac arrest. The European Food Safety Authority warns that combining coffee with energy drinks can increase caffeine intake beyond safe levels. Stick to one source of caffeine at a time to avoid dangerous side effects. 8. Drinking coffee before bed. Caffeine is a stimulant that blocks the neurotransmitter adenosine, which promotes sleep. Drinking coffee before bed can interfere with your sleep cycle, leading to insomnia and other sleep disorders. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that caffeine consumed 6 hours before bedtime can reduce total sleep time by more than 1 hour. Chronic sleep deprivation increases the risk of numerous health issues, including obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. To ensure restful sleep, avoid coffee consumption at least 6 hours before bedtime. 9. Ignoring the effects of caffeine addiction. While moderate coffee consumption is generally safe, caffeine is an addictive substance. Over time, regular consumption can lead to dependence, resulting in withdrawal symptoms like headaches, irritability, and fatigue when caffeine is not consumed. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, caffeine withdrawal is a recognized disorder. Gradually reducing caffeine intake and incorporating caffeine-free alternatives like herbal tea can help break the addiction cycle and reduce the risk of long-term health problems. 10. Consuming coffee with certain medications. Caffeine can interact with certain medications, either enhancing or diminishing their effects. For example, caffeine may increase the absorption of certain painkillers, such as aspirin, but can interfere with others like antipsychotics and antidepressants. Additionally, caffeine is metabolized by the liver, and combining it with medications that affect liver function, such as antibiotics, can lead to increased toxicity. Always consult your doctor or pharmacist before combining coffee with medication to avoid potentially life-threatening interactions. 11. Drinking coffee while pregnant. Pregnant women need to be particularly cautious about their caffeine intake. High caffeine consumption during pregnancy has been linked to an increased risk of miscarriage, premature birth, and low birth weight. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists recommends limiting caffeine intake to 200 milligrams per day, roughly the equivalent of 1 12-ounce cup of coffee, during pregnancy. Drinking too much coffee while pregnant can have severe consequences for both the mother and the developing fetus. 12. Overheating your coffee. Drinking coffee at extremely high temperatures has been linked to an increased risk of esophageal cancer. The World Health Organization, who classifies beverages consumed above 149 deg F, 65 deg C, as probably carcinogenic to humans. A study published in The Lancet Oncology found that regularly consuming very hot drinks, including coffee, can cause damage to the cells in the esophagus, potentially leading to cancer. Allow your coffee to cool slightly before drinking to reduce the risk. 13. Skipping water. Coffee is a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production and can lead to dehydration if consumed in excess. Many coffee drinkers overlook the importance of staying hydrated, especially when drinking multiple cups throughout the day. Dehydration can lead to symptoms like dizziness, confusion, and, in extreme cases, kidney failure. To avoid dehydration, make sure to drink plenty of water alongside your coffee. Experts recommend drinking at least 1 glass of water for every cup of coffee to maintain proper hydration levels.